We gotta let a professional do this.
Dr. Mike, the people's podiatrist.
Play every other day.
He was the guy. I mean, he was the man. And then that was all taken away from him.
The first half of my career, things were kind of smooth sailing. And then the last half, was a struggle. I spent so much time hurt. I broke this bone right here. So imagine if you took like a knife or machete and just cut. That's what happened.
To go through the things he's gone through, life-threatening staph infection, big screws in his foot and ankle that are still there, and to play the way he does, you would never know if you didn't know his history.
Dr. Mike, the people's podiatrist.
Dr. Mike here, the people's podiatrist. And we're talking about March Madness. We're actually talking about Grant Hill's March Madness and Malleolus. Whatever happened to Grant Hill? Check it out here.
I had surgery in March of 2003. 5 days after the surgery, my temperature shot up. Called the doctor. Took some fever medication, and then like 2 days later, this is not. Now it's like a week, and usually the pain is gone away. Usually it doesn't hurt, but it still hurts. I'm still elevating the leg. And I was getting really cold. They took me into intensive care. There's all this pressure on my chest. And I'm thinking, man, I'm about to die. Like I was thinking to myself, like, I'm about to check out right now. And they took the cast off or the band, the stuff I had on my leg. And from the knee down all the way to the incision was just black and red. And so an infectious disease doctor was in there, and they said it was a staph infection or MRSA infection. I had a PICC line in my arm. I had a nurse come by every night and administer vancomycin. I went to hyperbaric oxygen chamber. He took a looked at it and said, "You have a hole in your ankle." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "The incision is open. And, it's a problem. We got to fix it." And what they did was they took skin and veins and attached them to my ankle and attached the vein. I mean, it was a 6-7 hour surgery. Basically, what started off as sort of a 1 day trip. I was there for almost 2 months.
Grant Henry Hill, born October 5th, 1972, an American former professional basketball player who is a co-owner and executive of the Atlanta Hawks of the NBA. He attended Duke University and is widely considered one of the greatest players in Duke history. After playing college basketball for 4 years, he played for 4 different NBA teams, most notably the Detroit Pistons. In 1994, he was the ACC Player of the Year, a 2-time NCAA All-American, and a 2-time NCAA champion. Hill is touted as one of the best players in Duke history and is one of the greatest college basketball players of his era. He was selected by the Pistons 3rd overall. He was the co-winner of the NBA Rookie of the Year award. Early in his NBA career, he was widely considered to be one of the best all-around players in the game, leading his team often in points, rebounds, and assists. In his first 6 seasons, Hill averaged 21.6 points, 7.9 rebounds, and 6.3 assists a game. And he made the Eastern Conference All-Star team 5 times. His trajectory of his career was altered by his 2000 ankle injury. The injury continued to plague him for several years and led to a March 2003 surgery that was followed by life-threatening complications. It pretty much derailed his career, as you see. Props! What Grant Hill pointed to, if you look at our props, was actually, you see the front of the foot? True ankle bone on the side. This would be the inside portion. This would be the outside, just like you see, but we alluded to the medial malleolus, the inside portion, the bulge, and the inside portion of the ankle. Okay, the medial malleolus, that's where he said he had the injury, the break through that area. Grant Hill thinks a misdiagnosis destroyed his ankle and ultimately his career. Initially, Grant Hill was diagnosed with what was called a bone bruise. Okay, you know somebody else that was recently diagnosed with a bone bruise? Different sport, different league. My Ravens, Lamar Jackson, but initially had a bone bruise that later apparently developed, and he was told everything was fine, and they even questioned his integrity. It turns out that he ended up fracturing or breaking his medial malleolus, apparently, that required multiple surgeries, including him getting an infection, a staph infection, a MRSA, M-R-S-A, methicillin-resistant Staph aureus. MRSA infection, very, very dangerous, limb life-threatening. It can be career-threatening. He had several procedures ultimately and was able to play, but it's never the same. It pretty much derailed his career. So shout out to Grant Hill. He actually threw the assist on the Christian Lake in the past. If you're not a Duke fan, I'm not a Duke fan in particular, but you got to respect the crown when it comes to Coach K. Shout out to Coach K and then Grant Hill for all that he did. So Grant's medial malleolus. He's also married to Tamia. Shout out to Tamia.